Hello everybody. I'd like to introduce the link building system of Menterprise. It's called Menterprise Publishing. I talked with Paul about it. He was very interested also in this. So I created this video for two things. One, for the people here in the groups who are using already link building systems and then really use it, not have it but use it, like Money Robot, Azure Autopilot, Ranker X, and for people who need link building packages, but not for crazy prices. So let's start. Menterprise Publishing. It's based on your own domain, so you can add your own domains. Every domain has its own dedicated IP and what they call a mini computer. It's not based on WordPress. Then you know for sure the sites are under a second, which is important. Speed is important for Google. As soon you have your domains added in the system, you can create for every domain maximum 1,000 subdomains. This is a little bit what you see with Money Robot, with Azure Autopilot and RankerX. You use the domains they offer you, especially Money Robot has their own, it's all from themselves. Azure Autopilot um, has the opportunity to create blogs, subdomains in WordPress.com, Tumblr, and it's on the big web tools. But here you can create your own subdomains and you have fully control over it. For me, it's that's very important to have fully control because in the past I lost many blogs in other link building systems. I really get tired from that because you're creating, you do your domain authority stacking, and then boom, WordPress.com is telling you you were out because something happened when the system logs in. So I lost really hundreds of web tools, and that's also the reason why I stopped. The biggest reason why I stopped half a year ago with this kind of systems because I also saw that you lose 75% of all your articles, of all your blog posts. So I think it's a waste of money. And I knew from Enterprise they would come with their own system. They told me already something, and of course they didn't tell me too much because of the competition. But I am one of the first who can use it. I'm very happy with this. So I started to use it last week, and I created already lots of subdomains and campaigns, link building campaigns. So what is so important is that if you have your own subdomain, if you can create really your own subdomain, which um, I think is very important, you have more control. If you, let's say you have, and this demo will go about, will how do you say this? It will be about pest control, and I want to show you how this works, how you create subdomains. So for the people who are using the well-known link building systems, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to start only with only one domain. You cannot see it's blurred, I'm sorry. You have your title, your niche. This is what you also know from Money Robot. You have your spin titles and your spin niche. Well, subdomains. I created already some keywords. Pest control. It's about in Perth, Australia. I just scraped from Wikipedia. I'm not sure if it's right, but it gives you a good idea. So I'm going to paste them in. And now you're going to see, let's see, already this is 30 subdomains. If you want, you can do 500, but for now, I take it easy. So what you see is pest control. Yeah, you see all the important things in it. It's just what I say. It's a subdomain. categories. This is not the same what you have in Money Robot and as your autopilot. These are categories what comes in your website. So it's even more spectacular, I think. So you have really, you're gonna see later, a very decent website. Also scraped all these things. This will be the categories in the website. We go to Menterprise self. I already scraped articles. If you don't know what is Menterprise, just ask me. I can talk to you later. I'm gonna spun the titles. I didn't take so many titles, but it's just as a demo, as you see. And I'm gonna do. Let me see what is the best thing to do. I'm gonna do the same here, and I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna spin it. Blog, news, blog, and news. Just to show you how this works. So we have 30 subdomains to create. This is something if you do several domains in one time. I'm not going to do now. I want between, let's say, between 4 and 7 categories. And I'm going to give this a destination group. And I call it paste control. Sorry. So we can go on. I give it the color. I give it the G color gray. And I create subdomains. So now it's going to create 30 subdomains. I hope. There it goes. So now we have 30 subdomains. And now we want to use them for link building, of course. So we are now in the campaign mode. I'm gonna call this test demo, and I create a tag for this. So this is important, so I always can go back to the tag if I want to create another campaign. Create tag, and so what do you see? You see 12 dots, AA to A12. That means that this is each dot is a subdomain. So 12 subdomains go to one target. But because nowadays, and don't let them tell you it's dangerous to have so many backlinks, Google really don't care so much anymore. Google cares more the quality of the content, the quality of the subtitles, the headers, how everything is good. Of course, you don't spoil, don't send 1,000 links in one day. But if you do, for example, 100, 150 links to a target spread over a month, 5, 6 weeks, doesn't make any problem for Google. So let's show you how this diagram works. Of course, you can create your own diagram, which I'm gonna do. I have my own diagrams. I'm gonna show you later. So here you see the diagram. If I click on edit diagram, of course I can edit. But my advice is, and this is really possible with the system, to go always for 3 targets. So if you have a money site, let's say you have a money site. You have your main site, you have your GMB site, and you have a Google stack. Or you have a WordPress.com blog. Any URL. Start always with 3. So that's very easy. Just go here. And I have 3 targets. So that's a 3, let's say 3 money sites. But this goes only to this. It's also very easy to use. Let me show you. And there you are. Now, you think, yeah, but this is it's too, it's why A4 not go to target 2? Can do. I want A1 goes to tier 3. So it goes to the money, to the target 1, and it goes to the target 3. It's very organic already, right? So we're gonna do some more. I'm not gonna do too much right now. But it gives you an idea how easy you can make this organic. Multi-tier linking is still, and it's getting more and more important, the most powerful way of link building. Just links, from sites with uh, high authority is nice, but believe me, this is much more powerful in the end. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create another tier. Now you see a B1, but I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so you can see better. So what you see here, B1 goes to A1, but I want 12 tiers behind. So it's really easy to do. Just go here, you do 12 wide, and there you are. But I want a couple of them also go to other tiers. So let's say B1 also goes to A9. Look how fast this goes. If you are really into link building and with diagrams, you will recognize that this is very unique. So we go on with it. I create some things. So done. If I want more, of course I can do more. But I want another tier. I really believe the minimum have to be 4 tiers to have the best results. So you're gonna do another tier. C1, I want 12. You also can say 8. That's it's up to you. And I want another tier, and I want, for example, 10. So we have. I can also split them. I'm going to show you later because I prefer to load my own diagram, but I want to show you how easy it is to create diagrams. Um, so we have tier 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make another one. I think the maximum is 6, which is that's really enough. So we go 12, and I'm not sure if it's already working, but normally you can pick it up and then it goes, but I'm not so sure this will come. They're updating really like crazy. Every day there's coming very good updates. I talk every day with them, so they are very open for suggestions. Um, oh, it's working now. D6, okay, but I'm not seeing it. Anyway, I'm gonna show you a little bit how that looks if you do this kind of things, and you really can see. Well, it's very organic. I'm going to show you a diagram which I use. I call it L Invincible. That if Google really can see this streaming, then that's very clever. But I don't believe. And also this, people say, yeah, but tier 6 is not indexing. It's rubbish because if the content is right, it doesn't matter for Google what how they know it's a tier. The content have to be okay. So we go back to the content. So as you can see, this is a really high end diagram. And if you spread this over 1 month, you're gonna have a lot of power, SEO power. So now we are finished with this. So we put this out, and we go into the advanced where we put all the content in. So now you see all these tiers, you see content. So let's put content in. Now I go over to my favorite content creator. Not going too deep into it. I just show you the simple way. You can do lot of things more. For example, if you want your GMB in it, I can go in here. I say add from template, and here's a GMB. I can link everything. I can spin every link, the name, address. Of course, if it's a GMB, you always have to use the name of the GMB. But if you have 10 GMBs, it's not a bad idea. No, I don't think so because the address is then also different. But anyway, you can change your links so you can use it to your again to your money site or to your Gmail or whatever. Probably you understand what I mean. But if I put this in and I put this out, I go in, I generate now. So all this I have 13 articles created, but everything what I change in this uh, and I generate will go into all these articles. So if you have 30 articles, no problem. So I can create if I want in 10 minutes, if I change the headers, if I change the images, I have in 1 hour, I have 1,000 articles if I want. Really, it's that easy. So if you look, and I see already a mistake here. Well, it's not a mistake, but I don't want the video on top. So I'm gonna send the video to the bottom. I like. So now I generate it. This is not Menterprise publishing. This is separate from Menterprise publishing. If I look now, here is your the pictures, the table of content. I don't know if you know what table of content means, but Google likes table of content. So you must have it in your link building. Here you see what I created. This is this GMB. So can you imagine your GMB? Your name, your address, your phone number, all clickable. Eh? Even your phone is clickable. If people click on it, they go straight to your phone number. Yeah, I think this is 2 or 3 times. Yes, 3 times. 4 times. And here's the video. So if I don't want this 4 times, I just say, let me see, total, interval, position. I do random. I like random because that's the best thing. Because you have to understand with link building, if you use so many posts, you want to be that they all are different. That's what Google is in. So here you see them. Well, it's a great post, right? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put this to my other monitor because I'm gonna copy paste. I start with the title. So I copy the span titles from Menterprise, the titles I created. I copy the content. And you have to understand that because it's so new, this system, that they will come later with the connection of Menterprise, that you create the content in Menterprise and it's just then one click on a button and it goes automatically in. So I go on, I keep it simple, I take 5 of this set content. So now the content here, this is, by the way, this is in general, but this is the content. So I say for the first tiers, I take this title. Let's create quickly other titles. And I'm going to show you how this works. You're going to have fun if you see this. So let's say I'm going to put in just long tails. It's already done, by the way. I already have new titles. It goes automatically. So if I go to headers and I take span titles and I bring it in content, it's going to have more titles. You see, it's already done. Capital, everything. It's a really great system. So okay, set content. I go to the first tiers and I want that kind of titles. I take, let's say, 2 articles. Again. I go to tier 2. I think I took tier 3, but that's okay. Normally, of course, I take 20 articles in it, but to be honest, with one article, you can do millions of variety. So I go here, I think I'm going to do this one now. I'm going to take this and this, because all the content is spinned also. So let me see, here you can see that you already updated it, so you go to the next, take this, take this, take this. And I go to the next. Done. So what I did now, I added for every tier the content. That means, let's say you have tier one, you have a great article, you spent it, it's really only for you, that article. You spent it, you really can use that only for the tier one. For tier twos, of course, you should not do it. So that kind of possibility and the easiness how you can do this is unbelievable. Set targets. Yeah, if you don't mind, apple.com. I don't have, I didn't look for URLs, but you get the point, right? Here it is. So pest control, and you can see everything is correct. It's already, you see this sign. But the thing is, I also can say, okay, which really is a good idea to create posts in the past. So let's say I go 10 days, and it's for now it's not so important. But if I do link building for you, I always go for 30 days, and then based on, of course, more articles and the right URLs, of course. So what I do now is I have 636 pages. I forget one thing. Can you imagine? Um, because now, if I click on publish, only one article will come on one subdomain. Of course, you don't want. So what I do is this. I go to edit, the edit mode, advanced edit, and you see randomly set total picks. And you also can set date ranges for all. This is, by the way, new. I see for the first time. So this is how good these guys are. But I do randomly set total spins. So it's 1,000. And now you see 18, 20, 21, 27. That means articles. Eh? So you have 19 articles on A5. And if you say, I don't want so much, you can always change that. But this over 1 month is very natural, especially if you spread it over 3 URLs or 12 URLs. So let me see, everything is okay now. I do minus 10 days, so you're gonna see it real time. I'm gonna publish it. Let's see what happens. And there is your campaign. And if I wait, and I click here, oh, it's already done. Here, already created. 12 July, remember I went 10 days ago, so let's see if I click on this. And here is your post. Look, it's unbelievable. Here's your GMB if you want. You can, by the way, you can do every iframe in it. Here are your latest posts. Here are your categories. You remember I created. So this is really an incredible system. If I click on this, I go to the other post. Look how good this looks. What do you think? Google takes a look to it. I don't think you are going to have any problem. I'm pretty sure, because they like this is structured content. You have your table of content. Everything is right. You know? Here you have your H2s, H3s. I think even A4, H4. You have all your things here. If you go to home, and there's coming also in the future a complete menu, and look how good this looks. Just created, just now, almost real time. So and also this, I don't know if you saw it, you have your categories also in the picture. If you want more on it, with colors and all this, I think it's really great. If you, for example, if I forgot to say, If you have here Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, email, people can really share this. Everything is in it, so it looks very good. And if your link is on it, and you are in that, how you say, you are using multi-tier linking, yeah, you have very powerful posts. Also, you can see here where this post is. You can see A4. Let me see if already is if there is a B tier one or I mean a tier two here. B10. Let's see. So keep in mind, this kind of things you're not going to create with other systems. So let's say this is tier 2. Let's have to go to tier 1. Let's see. Of course, in a tier 2, you're not going to put this, but that's the power of the system. You really can say, I only want that kind of articles in the tier 1 and not in the tier 2. So if I create this kind of campaigns, this is not going to happen, of course. You don't want links to your money site from the tier 2. But if you click here, you should go to tier 1 and here it is. Perfect pest control. Of course, this also I filter out, but it's the idea of what it can do. Unbelievable this. So this is yeah, this is what I want to show you. And if you're interested, just PM me. If you're interested in the system itself, uh, it's not cheap. I think it's $500 basic, and then you pay for every domain $20 a month. So you pay, let's say you have 10 domains, you pay $700 a month. And that's expensive, but if you are interested in link building packages, just what I show you, just PM me. I'm busy with prices, but you really can think about, yeah, with, if you want 3 URLs, 3 targets, will be around $100, and then you have for a month you have an incredible powerful posts what goes to your site. So it's, but anyway, I have to create the prices system, but I really wanted to show you this because yeah, this is link building for the next 5 years. Okay, guys, talk later.